Today we're gonna talk about balance principles of architecture design. How to balance design in architecture. Balance in fundamental principle of design in architecture, which serves as a key element in creating harmonious and artistically pleasing spaces. It refers to distribution of visual weight in a building, which can be achieved through the use of symmetry, asymmetry, or radiant balance. A balanced design in architecture creates a sense of stability, order, and equilibrium, making a space feel comfortable and welcoming. Here are some ways to achieve balance in architecture. Let's see together. The first one, symmetry. Symmetry is one of the most common ways to achieve balance in architecture. It involves creating a mirror to image affixed by arranging elements in space in a way that is balanced on either side of the central axis. For example, a building with a symmetrical facade will have identical windows, doors, and architectural features on both sides of the central axis. Symmetrical balance creates a sense of stability and comfortability in a space, making it ideal for buildings with traditional or classical aesthetics. Asymmetry. Asymmetry involves creating balance in a space without using a mirror image affixed. Instead, it involves arranging elements in a way that is visually balanced out but not identical on both sides of central axis. This approach creates a sense of informality, a sense of informality and movement in a space, making it ideal for contemporary or modern designs. For example, a symmetrical facade might have a large window on a side and smaller one of the other, but the overall visual weight of the elements is balanced. A radial balance. Radial balance involves arranging elements in a clavicular or spiral pattern around the central point. This approach creates a sense of movement and energy in space, making it ideal for buildings with a dynamics in floor design. For example, a critical building with a central atrium would use radial balance to create a sense of flow and movement throughout the space. Proportion involves the relationship between the size of architectural elements and the space they occupy. Achieving proportionate balance in a building requires careful consideration of the size, scale, and placement of architectural elements. For example, a building with a large entrance would need to have appropriately sized windows and architectural details to create a sense of proportionate balance. 5. Color and texture. Color and texture can also be used to create balance in space. For example, a building with a lot of bold, bright colors and can be balanced with natural, more subtle colors. Similarly, a building with a lot of texture and pattern can be balanced with some smoother, more understand surfaces. In conclusion, achieving balance in architecture is essential for creating harmonism as artistically pleasing space. It involves careful consideration of the distribution of visual weight in a building, as well as the size, scale, and placement of architectural elements. By using principles of symmetry, asymmetry, radial balance, proportion, and color and texture, architects can create spaces that are both functional and visually appealing.